Welcome to the Cannabis Podcast, where you'll find zero Dutch marketing, zero tomato tech, and zero GMOs. Just cannabis the way it's supposed to be. The cannabis truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help my bud.
When we thought we had woken, the first voices we heard from the truth community might have seemed like a breath of fresh air. Someone was talking about the things going on that we knew there were secrets behind. We were looking for the truth, so we searched for what was available and were led to those who were talking about subjects we wanted to know more about. The 9/11 cover-up, chemtrails, aliens and Area 51, the moon landing hoax, flat Earth, and many other topics were the first ones being discussed and the first topics we might have explored. It seemed like there were regular people, just like us, searching for the truth, and they had answers. But we've been duped big time, and when I say we, that includes me. I wasted a lot of time and energy because I did not stop and think for myself, and I fell into the traps that are there for a reason. Because we didn't understand the magnitude of what we were up against, the ultimate secrets that were being hidden, and the mastery of the plan that was in play long before we ever started searching. We fell into the traps. The question is not whether any of the information talked about is true or not, but more why this information is released and promoted on such a large scale, what the benefits are to the controllers who control the entire truth arena, and do these things really matter in the face of what is really being hidden? Or could it be that the controllers leave insignificant breadcrumbs that may or may not be true, designed to draw people away from the catastrophe's existence and keep the population running in circles while the EMCO clock ticks away? In this video, we are going to use a blatant example of someone who hopefully most know by now is a shill pushing a controller agenda topic. But the lesson is not in exposing this person and their topics. It's in the way the controllers have duped us all by using their knowledge of human nature against us and influencing our beliefs, whether we consent to it or not. No matter who you are and what you know, you can bet that you are trusting someone who has been planted to deceive you, and you have taken part in things and subjects created to waste your time. You've watched hours and hours of videos that don't mean a thing compared to what you need to know about your world. But as long as they keep people's attention and they keep the debate going, they waste people's time on things that don't matter in the face of what is coming. While people go to conferences, watch videos, and try to convince others of what they think they know, the controllers have been doing the most important thing that matters: preparing to survive the catastrophe. Another goal is to scoop up and guide anyone in the truth-seeking arena that has an audience. Not everyone in the discussion that speaks at conferences or has a platform is in on it, but what conferences and clubs within the community do is control the direction of what is focused on and discussed. You don't get to come to conferences and speak unless you speak about what they allow. You don't get promoted by the ones with the power who steer the community if you don't follow the narrative they want. Many actually believe what they are saying and believe in those who spearhead these topics. But it's because they are just parroting what others have said and they are not thinking for themselves. Whether they just want to be part of something or they want attention and fame, they are playing into the hands of the deception. They attempted to do that with Brian. He was asked to join a Flat Earth conference and many other platforms. He declined all offers. Dane and others like him are most likely CIA, and we've already talked about what the CIA is and who controls it. For the purposes of this topic, I am using him and the topics he covers as an example, but the amount of people like him are numerous. This is to give you a guide to hold up against anyone you may listen to and believe in. Deciphering the truth is about paying attention to detail. Take a real close look at Dane Wigington and tell me what you see. Do you see a slick, smooth talker hired to perform a role? In a professionally filmed studio environment, filmed by people who know what they're doing? Using clandestine government technological companies, access to information is controlled. The controllers keep people asleep through their control methods, like with things like entertainment, social media, news, and sports. The ones that wake up, they steer towards their shills and the topics already formed, and these listeners, already being exposed to the controller's narrative, really think that they are waking up. When people start searching, they have to do it on platforms that exist, like Google and YouTube, and those entities funnel people with search results and recommended videos to these CIA puppets. The result? Total control of all information. You have 3 kinds of people in the truth community and on YouTube. Number 1, the shills and CIA, paid by the controllers to say what they want them to say. Number 2, you have the parrots, people who parrot others and take shortcuts and follow the existing narrative because it sounds convincing instead of thinking for themselves. And the third kind is the real deal, people who understand the game and go against the narrative, seeking truth above all else, no matter what the cost. Unfortunately, Type 3s are in short supply, and you will rarely find them or hear from them. But if you do, you can bet that there will be large groups of paid agents attacking those people and smearing people's opinion of them. 95% of the people you listen to on YouTube are either purposely not saying everything and steering you away from what matters, or they just want to have exposure, so they follow the narrative so they can be promoted. Stop wasting your time on slick, likable content creators who ramble on for hours at a time on podcasts about theories and nothing truly verifiable. You may as well just be listening to Jim Carrey ramble in a comedy. Remember what it takes to get the studios, teams, equipment, exposure, and promotion of groups with influence in these communities. Remember, every time you focus on something that doesn't matter, there is a high cost that you will pay in the end. The only thing you can rely on is what you can see with your own eyes, know by experience, or figure out by critical thinking. But people want to take shortcuts, and those shortcuts have wasted months and years of valuable time that have kept them from the only thing that matters: the truth about
unveiling the secrets of Osmolab's top-shelf cannabis breeding. What sets Osmolabs apart from the rest? At Osmolabs, the art of cannabis breeding transcends mere cultivation. The meticulous process is akin to a symphony, with each strain curated to perfection, embodying the pinnacle of quality and innovation. The science behind top-shelf genetics. Osmolabs leverages cutting-edge old-school genetic research to concoct their signature strains. Through a blend of old-school breeding techniques and technology, they unlock the hidden potential of each cultivar, resulting in unparalleled potency and flavor profiles. Nurturing excellence in every seed. From germination to harvest, Osmolabs adheres to a rigorous standard of care for their plants. Every seed is nurtured with precision and dedication, ensuring optimal growth and maximizing the genetic potential encoded within, cultivating a legacy of excellence. With a legacy spanning decades, Osmolabs has cemented its reputation as a pioneer in the cannabis industry. Their commitment to excellence and innovation continues to push the boundaries of what's possible, setting the gold standard for top-shelf cannabis breeding. The Osmolabs experience, where quality meets passion. Stepping into the world of Osmolabs is akin to embarking on a sensory journey to the past. Each strain tells a unique story, crafted with passion and expertise that is palpable in every puff. Experience the difference that top-shelf cannabis breeding can make and elevate your cannabis journey to new heights. Unveil the secrets of Osmolabs and discover a world where quality, innovation, and passion converge to redefine the art of cannabis breeding, exploring the roots of old-school cannabis strains. Old-school cannabis genetics refer to the foundational strains that laid the groundwork for the diverse varieties available in today's market. These original genetics hold a special place in the hearts of cannabis enthusiasts and breeders alike. They are the building blocks of the modern cannabis industry, with their unique characteristics and effects shaping the way we perceive and consume cannabis today. Understanding the significance of heritage strains. Heritage strains, such as Skunk, Northern Lights, and Haze, have stood the test of time and continue to influence new hybrids and cultivars. These classic varieties offer a glimpse into the rich history of cannabis cultivation and consumption, providing a connection to the past for many enthusiasts. The distinct aromas, flavors, and effects of these old-school genetics showcase the diversity and complexity of the cannabis plant. Unraveling the genetic makeup of old-school strains. Old-school cannabis genetics are known for their stability and consistency, traits that are highly valued in breeding programs. These classic strains often exhibit strong genetic markers that make them reliable choices for breeders looking to create new and exciting varieties. By understanding the genetic makeup of these heritage strains, Osmolabs has harnessed their unique characteristics to develop novel cultivars with specific traits and effects. Navigating the evolution of cannabis genetics. As the cannabis industry continues to evolve, old-school genetics remain a cornerstone of breeding projects aimed at preserving and enhancing the qualities of classic strains. By blending old-school genetics with old-school breeding techniques, Osmolabs has created hybrids that offer a fresh take on familiar favorites. This fusion of old-school genetics results in a diverse array of cannabis varieties that cater to a wide range of consumer preferences. Embracing the timeless appeal of old-school cannabis, Osmolabs' genetics library will always be completely separate from the current cannabis industry genetics pool. With hundreds of old-school strains, Osmolabs has something for everyone.